Alright, it's your boy Rose, and I just finished reading Harleen. It's a DC Black Label book. I just finished reading book 1, and I must say, I should have read this a long time ago. This book essentially captures what it means for us to see the complete origin of like Harleen Quinzel, or Harley Quinn as we know her. I mean, it's just really a good narrative. It really captures, like, you know, her before she was Harley, her journey through, you know, it briefly touches on her journey to becoming a doctor and stuff like that sort. And it includes her first interaction with Joker as he's, you know, taking on the Batman and stuff like that sort. And it really shows her descent into madness. You know, Joker even, you know, in a previous interview take, he gives like, basically like, you know, false stories, or like, he gives this quote. And it's like a quote that really can invoke the human like ideal. So like, big shout out to Harleen for that. Also, it also gives like, I don't even know if this is like an Easter egg or like a reference to like, remember in The Dark Knight how Heath Ledger, his Joker, every time he would tell a story about how he got this smile, he would tell a different version of that. And the Joker in this, he tells a different version of how he becomes a Joker in each interview tape that Harley watches. And that is just a perfect callback, a perfect reference to Heath Ledger's Joker. Another thing that really impressed me here was you could just, through like the artwork and through the panels, you could really tell like that she's like struggling like with having to do this. And like, this is just something, to be completely honest, she's not ready for. If I have to give this if I have to give book 1 of Harleen a rating out of 10, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. It's a pretty good book, pretty good starter. If you haven't read this book, I would suggest picking it up at your local comic book store. I'm definitely going to pick up book 2, and I'll give you a review of that. Oh yeah! Yo, it's your boy Rose, and in honor of the new movie Prey on Hulu, I decided to give us a nice little comic review of the new comic series Predator. Since Prey is also a Predator movie, I picked up the new issue of Predator, which dropped this Wednesday, so let's just get straight into it. This version of Predator, which is a Marvel comic actually, so shout out to Marvel for this one. We have our main character Data, or I don't even know how you would pronounce that, but we have her, and she's, you know, basically, you know, out to hunt predators. You know, she had some issues with them as a kid, and she said, yo, I'm coming back for blood. We gonna get that back in blood. So I respect it. Predator is a pretty solid comic. I mean, it's 1 of 6, so can't really give too much judgment just yet. But based off the first issue, it gave a nice amount of backstory. It gave just enough to keep you interested as to what her ambitions are, why she wants to go after the predators. And so you kind of got to take what you can with it, not too much you can basically go off of. It does leave you with a cliffhanger, which does keep you intrigued for the next book, for whenever that does drop. I would have to look that up. But if I have to give this a rating out of 10, I would give this I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Not too exciting, not too lackluster, but like, I guess it gave you enough to say, let me see what happens in book 2. So we'll see what happens in book 2. But that was Predator, book 1. Yo, it's your boy Rose, and today we're doing a character spotlight. And today's character, in honor of the recent release of the new season of Harley Quinn on HBO Max, we are spotlighting Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy used to go by the name of Dr. Pamela Isley. First appeared in Batman 181 in 1966. That was a long time ago. Dr. Pamela Isley was poisoned with herbs, and she survived that failed murder attempt and later woke up with powers with the ability to control plants and the immunity to poisons and other toxins. Poison Ivy, if you did not know, is also a member of the Gotham City Sirens. As well, she was also featured in various iterations of the Suicide Squad. Also recently, Poison Ivy just got a new comic book series simply titled Poison Ivy, which dropped on June 7th. It is currently waiting on the next release of its 4th issue, which is set to drop on September 6th. In terms of lovers, her most famous lover is obviously that of Harley Quinn, which we see on the HBO Max series and various other comic book iterations. So in short, make sure you guys check out the new comic series Poison Ivy in season 3 of Harley Quinn on HBO Max. Also leave a comment with any comic book character you feel like deserves a spotlight. Make sure you guys like, share, and follow. Boop, boop.